Peace up, peace and blessings, people. Grand rising. Hope you're having a beautiful start off to your day. I try not to use the word morning anymore. It means morning, sadness. That's what they got us to do with this English language. That's why they were so hell bent on getting us all to speak this language, all of our ancestors, because it just comes with a whole bunch of manipulation and lies and the spells in the words, and we're saying things and bringing things into our life without even knowing. But anyway, I wanna start off. I just want to give a message of judgment. See, I got a message to deliver this to the people. See, we've heard about Judgment Day, and in the Bible and religions, we hear about all this stuff like the Judgment Day, and I think a lot of us, we know it's kind of real, we know it's real, but we kind of, because of the way the religion has kind of made it into this, like, like a movie type of thing, like, oh, we're all gonna just wake up one day and like God's gonna be standing in front of us and we're gonna be lined up, and it's not really like that. You see, we are in Judgment Day right now. This is the times of judgment. We've been in the times of judgment for years now. But you see now, because of this shift, we're actually in the last days. This is the time now. But the last days means the beginning of a new day. So we have to, right now, basically, if you notice in your life, you're going to be going through a lot of lessons, a lot of tests. Like, a lot of things are happening. A lot of breakdown in relationships, friendships, people that you thought that you knew, you realize their masks are falling. You're seeing through the bullshit. That's what's happening now. But a lot of us are still like holding on to these people, even though we're seeing these things and we're seeing the deceit and we're seeing through all the bullshit. Some of us are still holding on unconsciously. Like, some of us are actually holding on to something that we know is not good for us, where some of us are still holding on to things unconsciously that we don't know that we're holding on to. You see what I'm saying? This letting go process is deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me, I started to let go of certain things, and I realized certain things I'm still holding on to within my heart. You see what I'm saying? You can't spend 10, 15, 20 years in a certain lifestyle, a certain way of thinking, and just think, okay, I know now, but I'm going to shut it off. It doesn't work like that. You've been programmed. We're computers. We've been programmed to live a certain way. We have to now reprogram ourselves. But I just wanted to give a message to let the people know that we are in Judgment Day. 2021 and 2022 is going to be... There's going to be a lot of suffering. There's going to be a lot of suffering for the people who don't want to face the truth. If we don't face our truth and face who we truly are and bring our true expression and be who we are, the inflictions are going to be painful. They're going to keep coming and coming and coming. Everything you do, everything you say, every wrong thing you do, you're going to be feeling the karma for it instantly. It's going to be intense. This is our last chance. We've been given a second chance. We have to alleviate these lower three-dimensional parts of ourself before we transcend to the next dimension, to a higher level of thinking, where we will not see the world through the eyes of the lower self anymore. We will see the world through the eyes of the higher self, through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the divinity, the divine. But to get there, we have to go through this judgment. Our soul inside of us are judging us now for what our lower self has been doing. Remember, your soul inside has been watching you. Through your eyes has been seeing everything you're doing. That's how God watches you. When he said, oh, how does God watch you? I used to think when I was a kid, is God watching me from the sky? Where's this man? Like, how? God's inside of you. The soul, the pure part inside of you is watching everything you do. That's why you can't hide nothing from God, because God watches through your eyes. You see? That's how this thing works. So everything you've done, every dirty, corrupted thing you've done, God knows, because you know. You are The being inside of you is a portion of the divine unit, the divine energy, the divine force that we call God. That soul inside of you, that part of you that when you do things and you feel guilty and you feel bad and you know you're doing wrong and you still continue doing it, that is God. You can't hide from God. You see? God is watching everything. God is an energy force. It's not a man in the sky. It's not a woman in the sky. It's an energy force. It's within us. We have a portion, a piece of this thing that we call God. We have a portion of it inside of us, each and every one of us. Where do you think your guilty conscience come from? Why do you think when you do things you feel bad? Who is that? That's God. Why is there another part of you that still goes and does the things when you know that you shouldn't? It's your lower self. That's what we call Satan, the devil. Once you start playing into your lower self, then the outside negative forces can attach to you because you're already putting out that energy, so now you're drawing it back in. It's the same when you start talking truth and start alleviating deceit. The truth comes back. You see what I'm saying? The truth. Truth will come to you. Love, light will come to you, depending on what you put out. We are in Judgment Day, people. This is Judgment Day. Remember I said that. Mark my word, the inflictions over the next year and the year after are going to get peak. It's going to get peak. You ain't going to be able to escape no more. You ain't going to be able to escape with the liquor, with the sex, with the running around. It's not going to be there no more. Can't you see? This is God shutting down the world to make us have to face each other. This ain't no government doing this. You think this is the government doing this? You ain't seeing why. We're in judgment. We need to start repenting. We have been moving like demons. And if any of you lot deny that, you're just lying to yourself. And it's time to start repenting. And it's time to start facing who we really, really are and start looking at the man in the mirror and start accepting, forgiving ourselves, accepting who we are. Don't go around trying to forgive anybody else first. Don't do that, because that ain't going to work. If you try and go around forgiving people who've done things to you and you ain't forgiving yourself, as soon as somebody does something that you don't like or they don't, you're just gonna go mad. There's no point. I tried that way. It doesn't work. You have to forgive yourself for what you've done. You know that your eyes have been watching every single dirty move you've done. Every lie, every act of deceit. Remember, lying's not just big lies. Even when somebody says to you, "Oh, where are you?" You're like, "Yeah, I'm going to be there," and you're not. You're lying. You see, we lie all the time. There's big lies, there's little lies. We're lying all the time. I was an honest person, but to a degree, then I realized this deeper level of lying that I was doing inside myself. I didn't even realize. That's what I'm trying to show you. Look. You're doing things and you ain't even clocked. If you're in suffering right now, then you're doing things and you ain't clocked. If you have lots of things, lots of tests every day, things are just going wrong for you. It's because you're vibrating in the wrong vibration. You're not in alignment. I'm not saying that problems go when you become in alignment. But what I'm saying is that it's problems that's in line with you. Problems that you will like overcome and you'll enjoy overcoming. It will give you joy. Not the fucking problems the ego brings us. Yeah? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you people, we're in Judgment Day. Yeah? Judgment Day is not just one day. We're going through it now every single day. You're being judged by your own soul. For your lower self is being judged by your higher self for how you've been operating, how you've been acting. And if you notice anything you're doing right now, the lesson's going to be coming back. You're going to be paying the price quick. I'm telling you, take notice of this. These are my observations, what I've preyed. Yeah? Because I'm in tune with what's going on. And I'm trying to show people. Because people are asleep. Straight up. People are asleep. People are acting like they don't know what's going on. And you need to get with it. Seriously. Seriously. You need to get with it. Stop walking around with your flipping mask on. Stop walking around social distancing. But they were locked down. I'm out there every day. I'm out there every day. I'm not with a whole bunch of people. I do my own thing. But I go to nature. You think that the government's stopping me from walking out of my yard and going to nature and reconnecting with the divine, what I need to do? I don't give a damn about no pub, no club, no damn little flipping socializing thing that they close down. I don't give a damn about them place there. I'm happy them place there closing down. If you notice, this is how you know that all these establishments are all corrupted and all from the devil, which is the ego, not from the heart. All these places, anything that was closed down during the last lockdown is not from God. You know that, innit? So if your place, your little humble place of praying was closed down, what does that tell you? Who owns that? Because I tell you, the one thing that God left here for us is nature. And you see what? Where's the one place in the last lockdown everyone started to resort back to? Nature reserves, parks, and beaches. You see? You see? They can't close that. They can't stop you from going there because that's from God. They can only stop you from going to places that they created for you to enslave you. Schools, certain temples. I don't want to say the religions because you know what? There's truth in the religions. There is. But it's been twisted by a whole bunch of twisted people. Every single religion. Because every single nation had a religion and they used that religion to control their nation. They used the truth against you. They didn't tell you that God was inside of you. They didn't tell you that the powers are inside you. They didn't tell you that you manifest everything into your life. They told you that there's demons and there's beings and they're tempting you. And it's like you're kind of helpless to it. They didn't tell you that you are the one who made the decision somewhere along your life to start acting dark. And that's why you asked for the demons. You asked for these entities to come and take hold of you. They didn't tell you that. They manipulated you into that. And then now later on when you're going through your thing, you don't understand why you're attached to these demons. Because you got manipulated to get attached to these demons from a child. Like I did. I got manipulated by it. You see what I'm saying? I did. And that's why I'm getting rid of them. You see? Only I can do it. Sorry, I'm not angry. I'm passionate. I'm passionate. Because there's so much people that's passionate about keeping us enslaved and keeping our minds in captivity, keeping us in this place of self-hate and hating projecting the hate out in the world. There's people out there that work day and night constantly. They don't sleep to keep us a slave. So I ain't gonna sleep to wake us up. I ain't gonna sleep. No, I ain't gonna sleep. I'm relentless. I'm fearless. I'm ready to go to the end. What a morning message, isn't it? I know, man. Because this is the type of stuff that I have going on within, you know what I'm saying? This is what I have going on. I've had this going on within me my whole life. And I spoke about it here and there, you know what I mean? I should speak about it a lot, but then kind of like shut it off and go back to the ego, you see? Because I was living that double life. Now, fuck that ego shit. I ain't got no time for it. I ain't got no time for it. Tell you that straight. I ain't got no time for it. I went there to come back now to break it down and show you how weak the devil is. With love. With love. I'm going to do it with love. But I'm fierce with it. Man. Anyway, people, man. We need to get ourselves in line and we need to get ourselves in check. This is the time. Judgment is here, people. It's gonna get worse. The inflictions are gonna get worse, okay? Depending on what you do. When you start talking your truth, coming out, just being your truth, eliminating them fake, egotistical people. They are weak. I'm telling you, they are weak. They have a spirit of strength underneath, but they're too afraid to strip off the layers and get there, because the spirit inside of us is courageous. But the fact that we are here in this reality right now, do you know how much courage it took for our soul to come and incarnate into this planet when we knew all this stuff was going on, you know? You don't think that it's not like when we get into this physical and we forget everything. On a spiritual soul level, we know. We come here, the reason why we come here, we go through amnesia and we forget, so we can find our way, so we can find who we choose, so we can really find our way. So when now we get to the light now, and you deserve it, because you just come through hell and made it through and kept your soul intact. Yeah, you lost it, you got a bit distorted, but you kept your soul. See? It's that time, people. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Whether you like me or not, whether you believe it or not, this is the time. Okay? It is time to drop the fake ego, the fake persona. It has to go. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I know I can be very direct and quite pushy, but that's the way I am. Because I know what's going on. And it's like we're holding on to the last little minute. Like, you know, like when you're a kid and you're trying to do something and you know you're not meant to, but you just wait to push it to the last minute. That's immature. But you don't want to be prepared. Come on, man. These people are crumbling. Can't you see their thing crumbling in front of your eyes? These little Doris and all these, their things crumbling. The government, they're all little stuttering mess. Their things crumbling. Look at these people that have control. Really look at them and observe them. Who you see as your leader, not my damn leader. Who you see as your leader. Look at these people. Look how they operate. The first will be last and the last will be first in the end days. Meaning, them people there at the top, who you thought would be first, they're going to become last. And the people at the bottom are going to become first. The people who was meant to be first in the first place. They deceived us into thinking we were demons. When they're fucking... We know what they're dealing with. They're molesting, they're doing a whole bunch of shit. And we're out here trying to survive. We're out here warring with each other. Killing each other. Over some dumb shit. And these people are here controlling us. And look at them. How do we let them get in control of us? How did it happen? They're not even men. They couldn't stand and look into man's eyes in a room with none of their little people them around. They'll be fucking terrified. So let me tell you something, man. We need to start knowing who we are and embracing back who we are. Stop listening to these people with their bullshit. You see what I'm saying? They're lying to us. They've been lying to us the whole time. I could see through that when I was 3, 4, 5 years old. That's why these people couldn't get me. They got me to a degree, but they couldn't get me fully. Never. I was born with too much information stored from past lives, bro, for them people there to get me. You see? That's why I'm here doing this now. For us. I was actually just meditating and all that came to me. Well, not all of it, but it just came to me to get that message. Might have to do another meditation now. Man. Anyway, peace and love, people, man. You know, stay true. That's what I'm saying. Just stay true. I'm not saying you're going to get perfect and right all the time, because I don't. Trust me. I make mistakes. I do things. I do lower self things, and then I'm on it. I'm on it. Like I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting easier. I'm getting to that. I am in that place. But it's like, what I'm saying is that I don't want to make you think that I'm like completely like, nah, the lower self still there, the lower self thought pattern still comes true. Of course it does, man. I'm not trying to be what? I'm trying to pretend that I'm something that I ain't. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Lot. I wouldn't do that to you. Lot. I'm trying to give you lot hope and show you lot we can do this. I don't care where we come from. We come from the slums. We come from the blocks. We come from the hood. We got deceived, man. We got deceived to hate each other, man. We got deceived to hate and kill each other. Because if we come together as one spirit, remember that spirit that I said all of our spirit comes from one God. It comes from the source. When we all vibrate in that same place, that's like God on earth. We're gonna be connected on one vibration. Nobody can play with us, man. Them deceitful ones, there's not a lot of them really. They've only deceived us to become deceitful when we are really of the truth. When we become back to the truth, there's not a lot of them. It's just a whole bunch of people who's afraid to be who they are. You see? Judgment Day is here, people. You better take it serious, man. You better take it serious, man. I'm not trying to scare you. I ain't trying to scare you. I'm trying to enlighten you. I'm trying to show you this is the time. This is why this second lockdown, don't look at it's coming from the government, it's coming from God. It's now time to do it. It's now time to go in. You need to go in. There's no question, there's no answers outside. All the answers you are looking for is within your heart and soul. But it's because you have a whole bunch of blockages that don't believe in yourself. I'm not this, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. All these blockages, all these fucking, you don't accept yourself, you hate yourself, you're rejecting yourself. Once these blockages go, it takes a while. It takes truth. It takes you constantly vibrating in truth. But right now, there's divine beings, there's higher forces. The veil between the third dimension and the fifth dimension, there was a veil, there was a big thick veil. It is thinning and thinning and thinning. We are getting closer. You see what I'm saying? This is why people are waking up. This is why the world now are talking about this stuff. This stuff. I was talking about this stuff when I was 12, 13 years old. People didn't want to hear me. Now the world, people are talking about it like it's normal conversation. There's a reason for this. The layer, the veil that has covered us, that has stopped us from seeing who we truly are, kept us trapped in the ego. There's energy. It is thinning. Okay? That's what's happening. Take heed of this opportunity that we have been given from our higher selves, from God, from the divine beings, from our guardian angels, from our ancestors, from our animal spirit guides. Take heed. Be grateful that they're doing this for us. Be grateful to your soul that you incarnated in this planet at this time, beautiful time to go through this transition. This has never happened before, that a planet is transcended from the third to the fifth. Yes, humans do it, beings do it, but the planet, this has never happened like this. We are living in something that's never happened before. We chose to be here. You need to find out why you're here. It's not going to be nothing complicated like the ego. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm telling you, it's just going to be just something in your heart that needs to come out. That's it. That's it. It's that easy. When you're in the ego, it's so fucking complicated. You got to be chasing this, doing that. You got to have this and that around you to be happy. And then once you get all this stuff, then you realize, oh shit, I still ain't happy. Now let me go and get a whole bunch of stuff that's at a higher quality now, a better. I get that. Oh shit, I still ain't happy. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. You see what I'm saying? So, boom. It's that time, man. It's that time to get back to the soul. Let's get back to that vibration. Anyway, man. That's my message for today. I'm going to go and have my little walk. I actually was in a really calm mood and that message has come through and it's really got me passionate and really fired up, but that's how I care. That's who I am. And I ain't hiding. But I'm fierce with it. Don't play with me. Alright. Peace and love, people. Catch up soon.